Hi there, I'm Dr. Katie Thompson with the Health Improvement Center. I was up in upstate New York over the weekend visiting my very dear friend, and we went to a farm near her house, and there's a couple that own Scottish Highland cows. And if you've ever seen the Scottish Highland cow, they're amazingly beautiful. They've got long hair and they have horns. All of them do, male or female, have the horns. So we went to their farm because I get my meat from them, and she'd been telling me all these stories about them, and I wanted to finally meet them. So I got a chance to meet Doug and Virginia. Very great couple. They own a farm called, let me get their card, Treasure Hill Highlands. And basically all they raise are Highland cattle for food. And they run this farm all themselves. And what does this have to do with healing? Well, Doug told me a story about this cow that we met and we got to pet and love on. Her name is Willow. She had a breech birth and the baby died inside her. And one night they had to go out and get the baby out of her because it had died and they needed to extract it before she got an infection. So as he's pulling this out, this is going to get a little bit gross, but I apologize, but I have a point. As he's pulling it out, he's pulling parts of the cow, the calf out of her. And he's telling me how he has to guard that the bone does not scrape the mom as he's pulling it out, because then that could give her an infection and she could die. So he was telling me this interesting story of how this cow survived, not the calf obviously, but the cow survived having this dead tissue in her because her body encapsulated it. If you give the body the right things, the right nutrients, the right set of circumstances, your body heals itself. And if you just let it do it, it does it. Because when he pulled the remaining part of the calf out, there was this encapsulation around most of it, except for the legs. And that's what kept her from getting sick and dying, because she was out in the field and she hadn't given birth to the calf. So they had to go in and rescue it and get it out so that she didn't die and they lose a cow. And that's what the whole purpose of the body healing itself is, because this cow should, for all intents and purposes, should have died from having a breech baby, was able to survive because they removed the calf from her, and everything was encapsulated so that she didn't get an infection. So this is the reason I mention this, is because we should be able to heal the same way. And if you're not healing, we heal when we cut our finger. So you cut your finger, it heals, but how long does it take to heal? Is it short or is it a long time? And it really comes down to what you're eating, what you're taking, and that's what I'm wanted to talk about in this little episode here. Is just, if you're eating well, keeping the sugar down, and keeping yourself healthy, keeping the stress down the best you can, it does help. It does make a change over time. Like I mentioned last time on my last lecture, or snippet, whatever you want to call it, this is 31 teaspoons of sugar. Each one of these cubes is a half a teaspoon. We're eating 31 teaspoons of sugar a day per person. That's a lot of sugar. And that decreases health. It feeds cancer. It causes heart disease. It causes other health issues. It aggravates hormones and hot flashes. It aggravates PMS or PMDD, you name it. So I hope you got some information from that. It was a really neat experience meeting these cows. If you go on my personal Facebook page, you'll see some pictures of the cows and a video of the cow that we were petting, and the one I was telling you about, the Willow. She's a redhead. Yay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll come back to you soon. Again, this is Dr. Katie Thompson with the Health Improvement Center.